Hey fam, this is Steve Copeland. Do I look scary? Do I look scary? This is Steve Copeland. Do I look scary, y'all? Alright. I am such a goofball. Just feeling free, right? Let me show y'all. I just made a little topic, family. Um, wasn't much. Wasn't much. Move down some, please. Look, my I like saying this, and when I say my 12-step spiritual journey, I just want people to say my, because you're talking to yourself. Okay. I just want people to say my 12-step spiritual journey. And the reason why I'm saying that, right, because it's about growing mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I just want to say this, Steve. Just another guy named Steve, and I'm not gonna say your last name, but he drives a food truck, the Hungry Zone, the Hunger Zone. He called me, right, and him and I done a lot of work together when it comes to feeding the community and giving back. And he said, "I be seeing your pictures everywhere, and I'm real, real proud of you." I said, "You know what? I was just thinking about you, bro. I was just thinking about him. I'm 64. He like 73, right? And I was hoping that he was still around because I haven't seen him in some years. But oh my God, when he called, we had a beautiful conversation, family, um, about, just looking back at some of the things we did together and just looking at doing things in the future. Blew me away. This a YT man, lives up in Bethesda. Then he was telling me about this other young lady that do what I do with the housing program. She got a couple of $1 million to do with for her housing program. And I said, you know what? This is like God is talking to me through him. You get it, family? God is talking to me through him because of the Latanya D. Copeland House of Hope. It's an independent housing program where you have to have some sort of income. You get me? So if you only get 900 a month from SSI, if you get SSDI, and then you get DSS, I know you can't afford a regular place. Excuse me. Now, my housing program is a temporary to permanent housing program. So people have to pay for their bed space, right? And I know they can't afford but so much. So the thing is, as you graduate from the program, I don't want you in nothing no higher than that. So that's why the goal is for some of y'all, Section 8, low income housing. Not only that, you want to go back to school and get your GED, your high school diploma, we got your back. You want to go back to, you want to get into apprenticeship program, right? If you say, Mr. Copeland, I want to get into cosmetology school, we got your back. I want to get into a nursing program, we got your back. And when I say we, because when you're dealing with me, the goal is to push you to the professional that has those programs. And they normally get funding to help educate you. They normally get funding to help you move forward in life. That's where my heart is at. That's what me and Steve was talking about. So when I tell y'all, right, Baltimore City is not doing as bad as they try to make things out to be. We have a lot of great programs in Baltimore City. A lot of people just don't know where they at. So when y'all see this big mouth, bald head black dude right here, and I can only speak for Baltimore City right here, I have asked for other people in other cities to come up so you can tell people what y'all are doing in DC. So you can tell people what y'all are doing in Delaware. So you can tell people what y'all are doing in Philly, New York, Chicago. So you can tell people that you're on the ground. People that's on the ground, doing the groundwork in the community, your grassroots organizations, we are the ones that's the solutions to the problems. And that's what me and Steve was talking about. I said, man, I'm really, really proud of you. Because one, we got into the conversation about politics, right? I used to come real hard for our politicians, just like a lot of y'all do. Their goal, it hit me one year. Their goal is only to create laws. We want them to come in the community and fix it too. That's our job. But we'll point the finger back at them. You know why I can say that? Because I did. I was chewing them out. That's what I was telling Steve. I said, Steve, I said I had to back down. I'm talking about with my mouth family. Because I was coming hard for them. Y'all need to do this, y'all need to do that. But no, they created certain laws, the laws, right? And what hit me as a person that's in the community, grassroots organization, LLC, whatever laws they create, if it tends to hinder the people, you create ways and means for the people to be able to go through it smoothly. But the people got to do the work to turn their lives around. Not only that, whatever laws they create to benefit you, we have to create on the ground level solutions for you to walk through the process. So either way, good or bad, whatever laws they create, it's the people that has to learn to live accordingly. And once that hit me, family, I stopped going for them as much. Because I realized people like myself, we are the solutions to whatever problems they create. And I was telling Steve this, right? I said, Steve, they don't like hearing my mouth. They don't like when I come. Y'all see this face right here? Because when it come to our people, I don't freaking play. And they know it. But guess what? It's not about fighting nobody. That's not what it's about. Bang, boom, 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 boom. No. I come from the streets. I know how it is to be a crut ball. I was once one. I wanted to say I was good at it, but I wasn't good at it. I wanted to say I was good. Almost took my life. I had to yell out, God, please help me. It was spiraling out of control, right? To the way my life was hitting, either I was going to end up taking somebody out and spend the rest of my life over there, or somebody was going to end up taking me out. And that's how it was spiraling. And I yelled out, God, please help me. In 1993, I've been clean of dead at time for 33 years. I want somebody to tell me, there he go, that's his ego, that's his pride. I was getting ready to say, kiss my grits. I shouldn't be proud. I shouldn't be proud I was able to retire from trucking at 58 with a ninth grade education after being out there for 35 years on and off. I shouldn't be proud. God did that, not me. He did it because his thing was, I need you to go back. And when he told me that while I was at the church, I was like, no. But I was already sponsoring people, and men and women, and helping people put their lives in order. That's what sponsors do. Having the working knowledge of the 12 steps and the 12 traditions and the 12 concepts. The journey is spiritual. Okay? It's spiritual. So now after he turned my life around, planted my feet on solid ground, he said, guess what? I'm like, huh? What? I want you to go back out there. I ain't going out there. Mm-mm. This man, the Holy Spirit talking, right? I ain't going back out there. Then he hit me with this one, family. Who can better help my people than you? Her? What? Who can better help my people than you? So when the Holy Spirit told me that, I said, okay. Because guess what? I was getting ready to be like Jonah. I was going to try to run the other way. But if I ran the other way, I knew I wasn't going to have no peace in my life. So I became obedient to the Spirit. Okay, watch this. Just feeling free and open about ourselves. That's how I want y'all to feel. Sometimes I might can't find the words to say where I'm at as a grandfather now. Never thought I would live this age. I look at our youth family. We don't have a lot of programs in Baltimore City for them. And I was telling somebody this earlier. When I talked with Brandon Scott back in 2023 at the budget meeting, his budget meeting, right? I asked Brandon Scott, I said, how many recreation centers do we have in Baltimore now? During that time, some years ago, we had about 58 recreation centers. When I asked him, he said 48. I was like, it went down a lot. The school to prison pipeline don't properly educate, don't create programs where our children can embrace their talents, like music, art, theater, dancing. Don't create projects for them. That's why some of them out there. And it's okay because it's not all running around lost. going to take us just feeling free and open about ourselves. My whole goal, by his grace and his mercy, is to just get back to y'all what he gave to me, the freedom. I am not mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically in bondage like I used to be with the smugs and stuff. It's a freedom not to be caught up. It's an addiction not to be caught up. Drugs and alcohol, just smugs for TikTok. Say TikTok. I don't want to. Wasn't the only thing. I was a liar. I was a manipulator. I was a no good, rotten son of a sea biscuit. So y'all know son of a, I would say sea biscuit, right? I said sea biscuit. Get it? Son of a, you son of a. I started growing. So rather than me cursing on the end, I fixed the word. Son of a sea biscuit. And I was good at it. Being a crook, being a liar, being a manipulator, and then trying to live a God-fearing life, morals, values, and principles. Pick one. Either you over here or you gonna be over there. Either you over here or you gonna be over there. Don't straddle the fence. That's what they told me when I got clean. That looked kind of interesting, but it wasn't just the smugs. Family. Food was a big issue for me. Food. Smacks was a big issue for me. Anything that I could sedate my feelings and emotions with, and I didn't have to look at me, was an addiction. I shut up. Sam. Hey, family, look. Once again, I'm going to say this. I'm a recovering addict, right? 33 years. Sam just sent me this, and I'm going to read it back off to the best of my abilities. It say, man, let me tell you about this fool who gave a guy smugs to try. They called them testers during the days. Sam, they was called testers. Then recorded him on Facebook shaming himself, nodding down and kissing the drug dealer bumper. When are we going to stop unaliving our own people, using them as guinea pigs? See, for a lot of y'all, it's like a joke because it's not you. And to be honest with you, it's understandable because it's not you caught up. You get me? But when a person like myself been there, When a person like myself, Sam, used to poison a community, I didn't realize I was poisoning a community. It wasn't until God opened up my eyes and I began to see it, family. I'm coming to you from a personal level of experience. I'm sorry, family. I'm coming to you from how it used to be to let you know how God walked me up out of the process and turning my life around. I watch so many people, man. That's all y'all want to do is argue, debate, come up against each other. I don't like that. I'm talking about us as black people. I ain't talking about no YT. I'm talking about us. And how we sit around and want to hurt each other and take each other down, but then turn around and say, the white man. And know why I can say that just to think about it, Sam? Know why I can say that? Because it was us destroying our own community, not the white man. It's us. A lot of us are so blind. It's us. And we think it's okay. But look, we don't want to look at ourselves, right? So we'll turn around rather than looking at ourselves, because y'all act like black and white people are the only people that exist in this world. So we'll turn around because we're screwing each other up. And rather than us taking accountability for our actions, or it's Brandon Scott's fault, the mayor. It's Westmore's fault, the governor. I was blaming Trump too. But guess where a lot of his information come from? It's Congress. And he takes the heat. He takes the heat. He do not create anything. Whatever that's out there, they all come together, either to break us or to make us or to build us. Now, I'm telling you personally what I begin to see with my own two eyes and my glasses. So that's with my four eyes. And like I was telling Steve, right, because of what I do, being a community activist, being a human rights advocate, I had to get to know our politicians, Democrats, Republicans, and the Tea Party. It's more of them out there. But the two strongest ones are the Democratic Party and the Republican. I learned all this from being involved, from getting involved. And I'm sorry to hear that about that guy, what you just said. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I was telling Steve, right, how when that stuff got poured into the community last July, and a lot of people might not know, but the city got $460 million to straighten that up. I think to me, Sam, I think that was a setup. I do. Because I was telling Steve years ago, we fought to get safe consumption sites over Baltimore City. And the bill got to Congress, right? And Congress rejected the bill. And I said they just want people to be unalive, right? Because they taking their own self out. And that's why they didn't pass that bill for us to have safe consumption sites in Baltimore City. For a lot of y'all that might not know what safe consumption sites are, they are places where people can go and actually use their smugs. And if it's laced with the it and finny, if it's laced with the itty finny finny, it's a team of professionals there to bring them back, right? With that Narcan and all that. So when I was with Communities United, right, as a board member, we fought with other organizations, whoever created the bill. It was just we fought to help get that bill passed, and they rejected. This is not what I really came on here to talk about, but I guess that's just what God taking my heart at, right? I know, family. When y'all hear me talk about stuff like post-traumatic slavery syndrome or post-traumatic slave syndrome by Dr. Joy, I couldn't understand why it's like the black race been targeted the way we are. Okay, I try to watch what I say, fam, because I already know what's happening. So she created that, and not only that, right? I started reading into it because she went back to 1619, and that's where she believed that generational from our you know, women saying the generation from the mentality, the mindset, I'm sorry, the mindset, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It's like we enslaved here. We enslaved here, mentally, emotionally. That's the whole goal of breaking it. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I did not really understand it. But understand it now, right? Watch how I turn it a little bit. When I was living the life I was living, Sam, out in the streets, I thought that was the right things to do. You could not tell me that was wrong. It wasn't until God opened up my eyes and I was like, oh my God. So now I understand when they talk about the system, it's systematic. How they create certain things to keep us enslaved. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, psychologically. Once you identify certain, I was going to say triggers, I don't know why. But look, as soon as you identify certain things that's not helping you in a healthy spiritual way or a functioning positive way, because I'm trying to get great words in, right, to help you understand. Now, this not everybody. Some people live a very, 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 very well life, doing all the basically right things. Look, I'm getting ready to stumble over the word. But look, doing all the right things in life. Those are not the ones I'm talking to, family, when I say this. I'm talking about the ones mainly in our marginalized communities that's been set up to take each other out. So anytime I open up my mouth, I'm talking about our inner city people. Those are they are the lost generation that the Bible talk about. That Jesus came back to redeem them back to the Father. Just like the Hebrew Israelites. When they went out into the world, they were so used to somebody ruling them and telling them what to do. They felt lost and they wanted to go back to that track. That's where a lot of us at to this day. We're more comfortable in the chaos and the confusion. I didn't got to the point, and I'm saying this for TikTok. I don't care to come on a lot of y'all platforms, and y'all know it. Mainly if it's sloppy. I can't do it. I might pick with you a little bit, but I'm gone. I just popped in to say, hey, blah, 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 blah. I'm gone. And the only reason why I'm saying that, family, is not to put nobody down. It's just my spirit is in a different place today. I don't even worry about if people agree with me. You don't have to. Because one thing I understand, whenever I open up my mouth, somebody somewhere need to hear whatever I say out my mouth. Whenever I open up my mouth. Now, let me read this what Sam put it in here. It say, now the fool. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not reading the same things against Sam. Repeating myself. Now the fool, smug, did hustler, showed his phone, who license plate, his license plate? Wait a minute. Now the fool, smug, did showed his phone, who license plate. He gave it to the guy and told him to sniff it all straight down. It was 100%. He said, because I'm playing with the words, Sam, because TikTok don't want you to say certain things, right? And so it wasn't the lace with the poison. It wasn't laced with the poison. That's good. Because know why? It only takes a little bit to take you down. It only took a little bit. And not only that, Sam, you see how we talking about he showed his Sam said that the guy who gave the smug dealer that gave the guy the he showed his whole license and stuff. He's showing this stuff on Facebook. The picture, he's doing a live stream. Look, the reason why I'm studying over here, Sam, it kind of reminds me of some stupid stuff I might have done, thinking that was slick. And know what? They might come for him now. His license plate. So all they got to do is look it up. The address. Just feeling free. Do y'all know it's a beautiful feeling when you're not caught up the way you used to be? It's a freedom that you have inside. You said this on Facebook? If it's over there on my feed, I should be able to see it. My main Facebook page, I should be able to see it. Because when people post a lot of stuff, it runs through that one. And then I got about 6 Facebook pages. And Sam, let me share this with you, my brother. I just opened back up my account with Strim. It's STRIMM, like RIM, Strim. That's what it is. TV. So I'm broadcasting to Strim TV as I'm talking to y'all, right? And I send my clips over there, and it goes to Roku, Fire, Fire. What is it? Fire Stick. It goes to several other TV live platforms. I mean TV platforms. And then y'all know, I just signed up. I'm streaming to as well to Kick. So all you gotta do is look my name up. Most of the stuff that I put in, I'll put S Copeland. If you put S Copeland Senior, it'll guide you to me. If you just put the S Copeland in, it's going to take you to any live stream platform. Y'all seen it? I couldn't read it because I'm on here, but it will take you to all of my stuff, and that's all you got to do is ask AI about Steve Copeland, and it'll point up everything that I do. Right? Um, so I'm streaming to LinkedIn too as I'm talking with y'all. My goal is to grow the platform. My goal is to get my own studio where we could do the couch talk and actually have youth there with their parents, because it's all about healing family. Have their youth there. I want a therapist there, counselors. I want professionals there. See, because I ask questions, I investigate. Because if somebody been hurt, raped, fondled, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically abused, see, these are the root cause of why our children. Just look at your own life. Now, a lot of us didn't go through that process of being raped, being fondled, mentally, emotionally, and physically abused. So you might can't relate to what I'm saying. But the stuff that happens to a lot of us from childhood is what causes a lot of the psychological issues that we're dealing with today. It's just recognizing it and getting the proper help to move forward in your life. I know this is not, when I come on family, I know this is not a good conversation for some people because it takes you inside of yourself. That's why I say my 12-step spiritual program. Make it personal for yourself. My 12-step. The goal is for you to grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It's for you to grow. And Sam, I'm going to go ahead, family, and I'm going to end this at 7 o'clock. Look, I love y'all. I came on a little later than expected. Then it took me a while to get into my iPad. It's like something didn't want me to come on here, right? I ain't even gonna fall for it. But I just want to say thank y'all because I wanted to get a little recording out within the time frame because I said I'm gonna start doing it now from 6 to 7, and I might slip back to my 6 to 6:45, right? But anybody, if you want to talk, you going through certain things, I just want you to know I'm here. And because I have done a lot of deep down work, searching wise inside of myself, I'm not your licensed professional. My journey is spiritual when it comes to dealing with you to help you find peace within yourself. What this say right here, just feeling free and open about ourselves. I have no problem in talking about Steve Copeland. And it's a freedom. I wish I could just pass it on to help people understand it's okay to be who you are and love you for who you are. You better learn to love you first, more than anybody else, because can't nobody love you like you. And if you don't have love in you, then you won't know what it's like. When you start receiving it, you won't know. Now, what I did, okay, a 12-step spiritual healing, inspirational, and motivational guide towards changing the quality of your life. I'm going to say it again because this is what the couch conversation is all about. This is what the BMore's Real Team Talk is all about. A 12-step spiritual healing, inspirational, and motivational. I might have pronounced that name wrong. When I said inspiration, I might have said something else spiritual. But it's spiritual healing, inspirational, and motivational. It's a guide. Look at my hands. So when I say God, it's a guide to take you back in to look at you so you can find some peace within yourself and keeping life real. That's what I tell myself all the time. Keep life real, Steve. Then I had real conversations, right? Because you need somebody to talk to. That relieves a lot of the stress and the pain, whatever you feeling inside. When you have somebody you can like dump, when you have somebody you have that shoulder to lean on. That's a beautiful feeling. When you talking with people and you're not feeling judged, telling real life stories. Listen to what I put in all the time. Keeping life real, right? Real conversation, right? Telling real life stories. What I learned, family, we have a tendency of talking about everybody else, what went on in the past and all that stuff. I'm talking about other people's histories and stories. We'll quote Bible and throw it in people's face just to have a conversation. I start realizing some people hide behind scripture because they are afraid to be who they really are inside. And they can wear a mask. I don't want to live my life like that today. I don't want to. And then what I started seeing, family, Bible come to life for me. That's why God called me and said, I need you to go back out there and them people with them organized. Listen now, organized religion and your lawmakers, your politicians, your kings, your rulers. They set the laws. that they want you to go by. I need you to go back out there and tell them I said, let my people go. I didn't understand a lot of this. I didn't understand why I talk the way I talk. But basically, I'm talking to the rulers. I'm talking to the ones that wants to dictate and rule, mainly your poor people. Some will do things to help you grow. Some will do things to better keep you down. I love y'all, and I don't want to do this too long. This is 45 minutes that I've been on here, 46 actually. So it's a little past my 7. I wanted to go ahead and do the hour, but I'm trying to be obedient and start on time, which I didn't, and then end on time, which I didn't. But still, I'm here by the grace of God. I love y'all, Baltimore City. And Sam, I'm going to read your message. I got you, bro.